Hello, calculus fans. Let's evaluate the limit as h approaches 0 from the positive side of 4 minus the square root of 16 plus h all over h. Now, as is our usual case, we're going to define f of h to be equal to the function that we're taking the limit of. Now, the direct substitution property, ordinarily it works for one-sided limits, but of course it doesn't here, because if we tried f of 0, we'd get a 0 in the denominator. Of course we would. All right, the method that we're going to use here is to rationalize the numerator. So we're going to take this limit, and we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by 4 plus square root of 16 plus h, all over 4 plus square root of 16 plus h. You see we're doing plus because it's the opposite of this guy right here. Okay, so if we multiply out the top, then the top ends up being 16 minus 16 plus h all over h times the quantity 4 plus square root of 16 plus h. So we got the top because that's a difference of squares. Now don't blow past this. Make sure you know what's going on. Either you know how to use the difference of squares, or you're going to have to use FOIL. Make sure that whatever you're watching on the videos that you understand what's going on. And if you don't, then that's something that you need to ask a question about. Okay, so if we clean up the top, then we end up with a negative h. We can cancel the h's. So on the top, we just have the negative 1. The negative is still there. And now, in this step, we can use all of our limit laws to get to negative 1 over 4 plus square root of 16 plus 0. You have to use the quotient property, you have to use the addition property, you have to use the fact that you can run a limit on the inside of a root, all of those things. And as it turns out, what that means is the direct substitution property works for this kind of function as well. Okay, so we end up with negative 1/8. All right, so by rationalizing our numerator, we're able to get rid of that offending h that's in the denominator. That h in the denominator is what was preventing us from using the direct substitution property or from using our limit laws. Okay, that's all for now.